Good evening, welcome to the stream. It's late, I know. I actually wanted to stream a few days earlier. Unfortunately, I had to help a friend building his own PC, which, took a while, a little longer than I anticipated. So unfortunately, I couldn't stream that night anymore, but we'll make it up today. No problem. Let's see. Let's get a few things right here. There we go. Okay, chat is open. All right, let's jump in. So one thing I actually forgot before releasing episode 2 is I have to jump in episode 1 and do a few fixes because I did change a few textures and they don't show up anymore. So we're gonna have to change that. Otherwise episode 1 would be very wouldn't be as playable as it was before. I'm gonna show you in a minute. So we're gonna start with episode 1, map 1. It's been ages since I visited that map again. So it's always like, I can look forward to it. Let's see, GZ Doom. We have to load the PK3 file as well. The only downside is that if you add these files and you don't make changes to the map, these aren't saved. So you have to make a change, small as that doesn't even matter. It can be very small. Just adding and removing an item, but you have to save your map, and then it saves the locations as well. Otherwise, you have to do it each and every time. So it's kind of stupid, but I have to deal with it. Let's see, where is it? Games. There we go. Okay. And I'm not really sure. I think we need to place it before the actual, because otherwise some things don't get loaded. I think this is the correct order. I think that's all we need without any errors. That's awesome. So as you can see, a few things don't match up. And it's very old, like it's this wasn't in the UDMF format, as you can see. So we can have do some things manually, but this is actually better. Let's see, I think we can actually use one big texture here. Let's see. I think it was this one. I made one texture out of it since, the new format allows it. Because this was actually split in two at first. But you can actually draw some other sectors here as well, so that makes it a lot easier. And this eliminates the need to actually have double sectors, so we can safely remove these. So we're gonna have to go through, but it's fun. I look forward to actually. Now we're gonna make some more serious improvements in this episode as well. This entire episode doesn't use sector portals. So we're gonna do exactly that, but that is something for when episode 2 is released after. I'm gonna release an update between episode 2 and episode 3, where I revisit episode 1 and do a complete overhaul. Although I might do it for episode 3, since I can kind of blend in the styles of each episode, so it's not extremely distinctive. And this is actually a new area I added here, so I'm actually going to add some more details as well, because this episode was actually, it was made a very long time ago, so I kind of want to bring it up to par with the quality of episode 2. The same principles apply. There's not a huge, not a whole lot of things that have to be changed. Let's see, Quake 2 ORN. You can actually find and replace, or find mode. Does it work with a star? Yeah. Now this would be weird. Ah, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, I have to be more specific apparently. Okay, no worries. We're just gonna go through the level. Here's all good. Here we go, that's another one. So we can save some space. There we go. Same for this side. ORN. Okay. I don't think there are too many of them. There we go. There are a few things, like, as you can see here, the new UDMF format allows for vertex sloping or edge sloping. A lot easier than you had to using the old ways. I think I actually did it here. You have to assign a slope. Yeah, I did some work on it as well before. It's a lot easier, I removed the annoying computer sounds. They were driving some people crazy. The Quake 2 computer hum sounds. I use it too excessively, I think. Yeah, here we go. So this is the old way. As you can see, it's not really too great. So we're gonna make the level a little simpler, which is always a good idea. So we just do it like this. There we go. And we get the same result, Now, why these things are here? Oh, we can actually remove them. Absolutely love the UDMF And I don't think I'm gonna be able to create a map without it, unless it's for vanilla Doom. You know, it's such a convenience to use this format. And what I probably want to do here is actually make use of some edges. We actually got a nice texture for this. Like, this is fine, but I think we can do it a little better using this one instead. No, not that one. The horizontal one. There we go. So you got some edges here, which I feel do make a difference. As you can see, it looks a little better. Like it's a hard line, which I feel can add to. And these are all just like, actually I don't need to do this right now. I can actually, there are blue lights here, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can add some, maybe remove these lights and add like a blue light here, which would be pretty cool. But that's something for later. Like, you know, I kind of want to focus on just making sure there are no visual glitches, like missing textures. That's actually the most important thing. What I need to do for episode 1. And I'm probably going to integrate some textures I used in episode 2, because that's where I first started to use Doom 3 textures. And it would kind of be like too distinctive if I don't use any of them here. So I'm going to try to blend in, like make it subtle, blend in, like bleed over some of the textures from episode 2 into episode 1. And probably from episode 3 as well, because I'm gonna use some, no wait, maybe that's, let's say it's a different planet, but I actually can combine the textures I have. I only need like a few textures to kind of like, you know, the ground textures mainly, because it's not like a dry, dusty rock where episode 1 takes place. It's also not a green slime theme in which episode 2 takes place. So it's kind of like more in nature style, combined with some very polluting industries, industrial buildings. So we're gonna need some unique textures for that episode to match the sky texture. But for the most part, I think I can reuse the textures I use in episode 1 and 2, so that's cool. So I kind of want to bleed those basic level textures over and have some unique per episode, which I think works out pretty well because I have like water here, actual swimmable water. I don't have that in episode 2. So we can kind of bring it back in episode 3 like this, which I think is actually looks pretty great. It's got a warp animation. Like, oh well, it already has these ripples, so it's gonna like it. I'm probably gonna use a little more detail in these sections here. And the Doom 3 textures, I feel like they do allow for a little more detail. But you know, that's something we can focus on later. This is all fine for. I think we got all textures in episode 2. Yeah. It's a very different style, as you can see, compared to episode 2. Here we go. Another one. I did utilize rocket jumping. But I'm gonna have to back away from that. I gotta find another way to reach this secret. Because the level complexity in episode 2 is a lot bigger, so it's easier to kind of exploit the rocket jumping. So I kind of decided to disable it, which means I have to keep that in mind because there are some specific rocket jump secrets in this episode. Again, we can actually remove this. Like, I'm just gonna do whatever whenever I see something. There we go. Actually lift this up a little bit. Yeah. Can we? Well, it's not actually registered as a missing texture. I think more like an unknown texture. So can we actually do find and replace? No, close. Wait, maybe map analysis. Unknown textures. There we go. That's actually what I want. There we go. Man, that's actually perfect. Should have done that before. Yeah. Bam. There we go. I think that's the only texture I changed. So let's save. Let's open episode 1 map 2. Heretic. That is weird, man. Tomb 2 UDMF. Oh god. It's still the wrong. Can you actually change? Is there an easy way to change it? I wonder. Change the format. I think it's kind of weird. Why does it show something from completely different different maps? Because this is, yeah, I was expecting errors. This is a map from Annie, absolutely. Right, no worries. We can actually select everything. We cut it. Make a new map. No. Okay, so what we do now? Do UDMF. Episode 1 map 2. Okay. And now we add the files. PK3 from GZDoom. Now I also do that once. I'm gonna make some changes and then, you know, because I'm gonna do it anyway in the future, so I better get over it, get it over with now. Maps. No, wait. I'm completely wrong here. GC Doom. 3. Okay. And then we add Annie. And then kind of love that everything just works with the minimal of resources. Annie, everything is here. All right, let's go. Excluded. Okay. What is, okay, unnamed texture. And we paste it. It should be in the exact same spot. I think it is. Yeah, everything seems to be in order. Okay. Wow, it's been a while since I played this. It still looks great, I think. And you know, as you can see here, it does not make use of sector portals like sky. Like we're gonna change that. We're gonna use both sector portals and like special skyboxes like I did in episode 2 map 3. To kind of have like this city in the background or something. You know, really cool. We can actually do a combination of both. It's pretty insane. Because this is like, it's a large area and you know, it would be a shame if there's no more detail in there. But like this, for example, like I didn't even use texture scaling here. But it's not a big deal. I do like the structure of these buildings. Like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna save it because that error is actually not a big deal. Episode 1 map 2. Yes, replace it. That's basically like, I don't know what this error is. I get it sometimes. Not really sure what that's about, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's not an issue. So we're gonna, I assume this is the only texture. Okay. Now, if I find unknown textures, it should list them all. I think it's mostly that one. Yeah, it's all that one. Okay, so we can easily, too bad I cannot actually edit I have to actually remove the sectors. Now I can actually do it like this and hold on. You know, if it was just replacing textures, it would be easier, but I have to remove sectors as well. Map analysis. Now, yeah, there still are quite a lot of them. What I can do is actually go through the level and find them. And then at the end, if I think I got them all, I can just see what I missed. Probably should be able to remove some tags as well along the way. Let's see where actually. Let's actually start right at the beginning. Really like this intro, like the starting room. The only thing what I need to change is like I need to expand this room and make a proper teleporter here. But that, you know, can easily be fixed. Just push there. And make a room here, and then, you know, because I kind of want to use that Terminator portal in each and every map, so I'm gonna convert this episode into a hub area as well. It's not gonna be like a huge hub like in episode 2, a little smaller. But you know, to kind of keep it consistent. Unless I'm gonna do like episode 1, I have like a linear approach, each level in sequence. And then episode 2 you can choose, and episode 3 maybe again in sequence. Might be interesting. We'll think about it. So, but here is the beginning of the map. As you can see, it uses a lot more Doom 2 textures than episode 2. I think that's okay. I'm just gonna have to put in here's the computer sounds. Probably gonna have to remove them. Okay, so far so good. And we can add some Doom 3. We can kind of, with everything we learned, I think we can actually improve this a little bit. We'll see. Like if I had 3D models, which I'm probably gonna do for the sequel in Annie, we can actually make a nice rounded pipe here. And then use some basic 3D sectors to create the block map. Okay, this is fixed. Actually, wow, this is gonna take me a while again to learn the level layout. Cool. Well, there still are plenty of textures I need to replace, but I think most of them actually start here. And they are a little tagged, but that is probably, it has to do with the it probably has to do with the fog, the sector fade I used here. Oh, look at that, we got an actual platform. That's cool. And this is nice. Should probably add a visual clue here. Like that, you know, to indicate the blue key. That'd be a little better. There we go. I think that's better. What I didn't add here is like sector brightness, like these. We can change that. There are a lot of stuff here, yeah. Like we can actually make it super bright. That's probably a little too bright. 64 maybe enough. See, stuff like this really helps. But man, I'm pretty impressed with what I did in episode 1. Oh, actually not too bad. Like these textures, for example. You can make them like this. It looks a little sharper, I think. A little nicer. Yeah. Like these are small things, I know. Actually, a very nice door. Ooh, this is another one of those examples. I'm gonna have to do like a. It selects the lights as well. It's not what we want. Join. So easy compared to, you know, making maps in the good old days. You didn't have a 3D view. Actually, I don't have to explain. Was it paying for texture alignment? You know, I didn't do a bad job actually with these levels. I did kind of adopt a new style, as you can clearly see the difference from this compared to episode 2. I feel like hey BDC texture alignment calculator. Oh my god, yeah. I never used a calculator actually. I just went back and forth like an insane amount of times. I did use WattAdd and DeepC, I think. Never used that one. DEU. But crazy times, for sure. Well, it's actually, you can exit. There are 2 exits. This is something I have to keep in mind as well. Does it? Okay, it still exits. That's good. Things. That has to be removed. I'm not going to use those anymore. Now, the only thing I have to keep in mind is there has to be room for the teleporter, the Terminator portal. Okay, these are all. I think we got most of them. But it feels like it's fun to revisit these levels again. That's a secret. Nice. It's fun. Do a little bit of cleanup here. This is clearly the old way, which was actually not too bad. But I do prefer this way. A lot cleaner. Oh, I see. Yeah, one big mistake. Oh man, there's a lot of sector lights here. Is that? Okay, that might. Gonna do something different there. Gonna save a little bit of space and actually remove these. And we're gonna use a sector light here instead, because I feel like there's no real point in having this. These many. Just a little bit of cleanup. Might actually keep it like this. There we go, why the hell not? It doesn't have to be sloped, I think this is also fine. And for this, yeah, we can actually, can we? Where's it located? Is that a double one? Yeah, okay. In that case, we're gonna keep it and gonna give it a seal and glow color. There we go. And okay. Surface. I think that is fine. It's basically almost the same effect. But it uses a lot less. It's less demanding than having all these dynamic lights here. Okay, that's all good. Oh, there's another one missing. What the hell is that? Let's see. That is weird. What could that be? Very strange. I wonder, was that in... By the looks of it, this is actually something I would choose. We're gonna remove these lights here as well. No need. A bit excessive. And we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna give them a brightness. And we're actually gonna put it on here. Let's see, seal and glow is white. There we go. And these, I'm gonna up them a little bit. 1, 2, 8. There. That's fine. And I feel it has this basically the same effect, you know. Because I've seen some people play episode 1 of Annie, and some PCs were struggling. Like, this is absolutely insane. What was I thinking? We can actually remove that as well, all of these. That's insane, man. There's absolutely no need. We can give this one a middle brightness to 8 and just give this one ceiling and blue. There we go. Or we can let's see, we can change the colors. Of the floor. Now the effect might not be exactly the same. Let's see how it looks before I removed all of them. I wish they would emit light, like by texture. It would be great. Does VK Doom do that? Can you do that actually in VK Doom? Have textures emit light? Like in Half-Life? That would be awesome. Let's keep it for now. We'll see if we can actually maybe reduce them by half. Maybe Victim is dead. Really? How come? I thought it was actually doing pretty well. Well, that's bad news. Oh no. And there's nobody I think this works as well, actually works better. That is a shame, man. But like in the state it's in, is it feasible for a project? Oh, that's better. Like, was he like a one-man team? God damn it, I actually wanted to do the Annie sequel in VK Doom. I really love the lighting, and it would be perfect. Ashkin disdain. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's bad news. No, is it in like? Do you know in what kind of state it is? Is it like, because I only read about VK Doom. I haven't really downloaded and tested it myself. But is it in a state like the last version that's available? Like, can you actually make a project with it? Is it like, does it have a good base? Like, for example, like GZ Doom as it is now, for me it's all I need. Is VK Doom in a similar state? Like, and I know it's kind of personal, but I mean, like, are there any major bugs still that have to be ironed out? Or is it like, you know, you can actually use it and the lighting, it all works. It's just not maintained anymore. Holy shit, there's still a ton of textures. Huh? Unknown upper texture. I see. Remove texture. Okay. Perfect. Ah, shit. Oh, man. So it's not available for download anymore. Fuck. Internal struggles. Just like GZ Doom. Presume maybe. It's too bad. Damn, I would love to use it. I wonder why does it use or chooses all the resources from my Heretic project. That is weird. Use long texture names. Do I have long texture names? Could that be the issue? I can't remember. Okay. you know, in this entire project, I couldn't bring myself to just simply design a small map. They all have to be huge for some reason. Just can't stop. I don't know why. Because I'm not a fan of large maps, actually. It's very strange. Yeah, this is actually a very nice starting point as well. And oh, that's something for later. I do like the green stones here. I wonder why I haven't used them in episode 2 more. Maybe I can actually go back and kind of make them blend in. That's why I usually, I better wait with the final texturing until all episodes are completed. And then make just one, kind of like reuse some of them so it's more consistent as a whole. Where is... Okay, this is where we start. Let's see. Oh, there are not too many. Okay. These are close together. I think we can actually solve most of them here. Not much left, I think. Okay, that's upper, lower. Okay. Ah, that's it actually. So remove texture. There we go. All issues solved when it comes to texturing. Map 1. Hold on. Map options. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, these maps could benefit from, especially here, from sector portals. Absolutely. So we're gonna do exactly that. Like a couple of antennas up here, you know. It's a radar dish type of thing, like there's room for improvement here. I want to keep these rocks because they are very specific for the first episode. I use different rocks to kind of, you know, to have that feeling like it's a different planet which consists of different like materials. different rock structures or types. So that's something I want to keep per episode. I'm not going to mix that. What I do want to do is actually, because the buildings are, you know, of the same corporations, so I kind of want to convey that so you can clearly see which is which. UAC has more technology, while the Vulture Corp is more rusty, more worn, you know. Kind of like, I think most of the actually buildings in this episode have that more like full, even have the signs, the logo. So this entire planet is a Vulture Corp. So episode 3 has to be more, I don't know yet. We'll see what we can do. Okay. This one actually lends itself really well. And this also has this plain line. Jesus Christ. And we can actually find and replace. Is that a line of action? Wait, no, is that the correct one? Plain align. There we go. Replace with nothing. Replace with. Wait. 0, yes. Okay. So that is something. These are the old methods. We can add some more detail here. I think actually there is maybe like a Doom 3 texture, just to mess around a little bit. Can we use this? I'm not sure if that's the correct type, but you know, you get the idea. It does provide a little more freedom and some nicer visuals. A lot of great options here. This one maybe. Okay. Go a little smaller and use maybe. Let's see if find something that matches. Sometimes something in the Doom 3 texture pack works remarkably well with Doom 2. Not too often though. Need to find a nice trim. Without it's sticking out too much. can go with like a warning. I kind of like these. A little clean. But it might work. And these are actually double. So we can use the larger variant. I kind of like this. Let's see how we're gonna. I kind of like this. So we can actually. There we go. So that is one. Here is the center. Is that enough too? Or is it too stretched out maybe? Oh, I think that's actually not too bad. Floor. Okay, and then right there. That is actually not too bad, not too shabby. See, this is what I mean. Like that, like I don't want it to exaggerate with Doom 3 textures, but I feel like this can really enhance. This is gonna give some problems though, because this is not. Oh, this is terrible actually. This is really using the old ways, and we're gonna have to deal with. We're gonna hold on. How do we? Maybe we can keep that angle. So how much is that? 32. So it has to be 64. I think I said it here on let's see. I think this is this 45? That's messed up, huh? I know. Let's see, can we actually... So if we align, that's what it needs to be. And then we can actually do a proper, this will align a lot better. It's for the textures. So we need to align this. We gotta use 64 using the stair builder method. This is like a method I didn't use before. Single steps, distinct sectors, so 64. And this is, of course, a lot better for alignment. Tag 2. Okay. There we go. And that one. Tag 2. Okay, so what we're gonna do is actually, wait a minute, I think I did something wrong here. Oh, it's one of those, huh? Okay. You know, you have to clean up mistakes, but I think we can actually, this works out pretty well. Obviously this is done manually because they're on grid, and that is normally not something that would happen. And I cannot remember, was this like this? Not entirely sure, I don't. I think this looks, actually let's keep it like this. Yeah, we can actually 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go with 3, so it's better aligned. This is also pretty amazing. Such a nice feature. So now we're gonna try and match them. Floor. So we got 2. So actually we're gonna try to do 3. It's not gonna be easy. This actually might work. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I forgot that one. So this one has to be aligned here and here. This one as well. Like that. Bam. Okay, I can live with this. It's not aligned perfectly, but who cares? This looks, I think this looks a little better than just having that flat texture. That's strange. That might be an oversight. This is definitely not normal. What the hell happened here? Ah, wait. I think I understand what is going on here. I see, I see. Of course, now it makes sense. These were slopes, my friends. And then it makes sense. Yes. Yeah, I forgot I actually turn them off, but this is how it should be. 3D slopes, man, I was innovating back in the day. No, I wouldn't call it that, but oh, that's a little bit crazy. Did we? Ah, there we go. It all kind of comes together. I think I sloped this the wrong way. That's weird. How the hell did I do that? These are two separate sectors. Oh. Why is this split? Doesn't make any sense. It's kind of weird. Normally, like this. Wait. So manually select, highlighting it, and then right clicking. Slope handle to modify can be the same as pivot handle. Wait, so I have to do it like this? And then? Oh. Okay. See a blue handle. That will rotate around. No. Okay, so the blue handle that will rotate around. Okay. 3D4 meets the pillar, yes. Manually, so I have to right click on this yellow one. So like this. This is now highlighted. It's like a yellow color instead of orange. This is by second mouse, right clicking. And do we have to select it? Yellow one to be on the other side. Ah, okay. So here. Oh wait, yeah, here. Okay, I see, and then you, okay. Wait a minute, it does something that is weird. Hold on, let's try that again. So I have to, can I do it like this? Like, can you do it on both sides? Do I have to do it first here? And then do like this? I think this might work. Thanks, Boris, man. Again. You're a lifesaver. Savior. Jesus Christ. Good stuff. This is it. Thank you so much, man. I never knew. That's why I absolutely love having you around. Not just because of that, purely, but you know, you always seem to have a solution. It's crazy. I got a special place for you in episode 2 in the Hall of Fame. In the tribute room. I see. Wow, that's awesome. Man, it's so weird that I've been using this editor for so long. And still, I get feeling like I don't even know half of what it can do. So this area is, oh wait, it's almost fixed. Let's get that one up as well. There we go. And that was the original design. No, almost. I think when I pressed undo, I think everything was, all the changes were gone, but this is how it was meant to be, I think. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, not really sure. What was the meaning of the, oh, these are, yeah, these are poly objects. I can cut these in half as well and just whiten the circle. The intensity, can double it. Terminator portal here. Now I have to kind of expand these rooms because I think the Terminator portal is what do we have here? What is that even? Something I didn't use anymore. Animated. This one is very nasty. Very nasty. Because if you have to go up these elevators, if they don't come down, they're kind of circling around here. It's a very nasty like trap, if I were to call it that. And there's actually no need to put these so close to the exit, since you kind of lose your weapons and ammo at the end. I kind of like these sector lights I built here. Probably could replace them with Sprite, but I kind of like them. Just gonna, maybe I can actually make some use of it in other maps as well in episode 2. This is actually a secret that I really like. This one's gonna be a pain to do again. Vertex slope ceiling. Wonder, like they actually, I don't need them. That's kind of weird. I can't remember actually using them. Because you got these triangles here. I mean these pyramids. Can't even remember. So we can actually just place them here. Well, figure this out later. Do you like the shape? So let's see if you can actually reproduce it. And this is, let me guess, like that, a little sloped. Or maybe, wait, no, it has to be like this. Or this, or was it this again? Can't remember, no. It was like this. Let's see. 4, and I think this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay. Something like that, I think. I think I messed it up a little bit. Reset, okay. I just should have used these. And there we go. I think that was the original. I think if I just move them around. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, it is. It had some. Well, actually, pretty cool. It does require a little bit of cleaning up to adjust to the new format, UDMF. This obviously okay, well, it kind of fixes itself, I guess. You can clearly see what the original intent was. Obviously these have to go in the water. There we go. Okay, that does make sense. Let's see. Yeah, something like this. Okay. Wait, yeah. Weird. Okay. Was it that precise? And these tunnels, I think... Ah, wait, I know, because of the alignment here. Yeah, now it makes sense. I think we can actually do something better with this. Just give it a little more... make it a little less bland. Let's twist it like that. Oh, it actually fits. Perfect. Floor and ceiling. Bam. Ceiling. Okay. All right. And that's gonna be it for today. Boris, thank you so much for the help. I'll be streaming again. What the hell is this? Oh, it's also a slope. Oh wait, I'll be streaming again next week. We're gonna do a few streams actually, because I kind of wanna do some work on my other project as well, or the Game Boy game. So we're gonna do a few streams next week, and yeah, I can't tell exactly when I'll be online, but as usual, I think, you know, do you get notifications actually, or is it visible in the Discord server when I'm streaming? I've actually no idea. Well, you know where to find me. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great Sunday evening, and I will see you next week. Take care, and thank you again, Boris, for the help with the slope issue. Take care.